Okay, look here. let me rephrase this. This is gonna be the first spoiler review that I've ever done for My Hero Academia. I've looked at all the way from episode 1, season 1, all the way to right now. This is required to be a spoiler review because I couldn't fit this anywhere into the review. And honestly, even after I did the review, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Like I was sitting there trying to think about the last thing that All For One said. So if you haven't seen the episode, please stop this now. Come back to it. Do your watch later. We even got a reaction up. We got the regular review up. So go watch those first and then come back to this, because what I'm going to talk about is some groundwork things, and then I'm going to get to the very end of this. It's going to talk about the last person that All For One talked about. Okay, and I didn't catch it. I did not catch it at all. So in this episode, we had the number 4 hero that got decimated, got a hole blown through him. All For One was like, yeah, it's gonna take way too much effort for Tenko or Tomura to actually push into doing extra work to train to make himself better versus just having raw power when I give him my quirk, when I give him everything that I have. And then like the fight with All Might and him, like he was just antagonizing him. Like it was like, the thing that caught me off guard is when All Might was like, my student, why have you come back? What brings you here? And I was like, student? Yo, what the flip is going on? How you train this dude that is a psychopath? How, first off, how did he get those powers? And why would you consider and say, I need to go back and check the translation because maybe the dubbing was wrong, but he said, and I quote twice, because when even attached to the repass, said student. I'm gonna have to go through some of this with my wife because I know she's trying to listen in. The planning that Deku did, I know they were petrified. They sit there and watched a major hero just get killed. But that planning and that tactician nature was on point, especially the way they did it. I was like, y'all are legit gonna be professional heroes when the time comes, because they didn't break the rules, but they did act. They did do something. And they were all led by Deku. Now, getting to the very last thing, which is very short. This is very short, but it's very impactful in the long scope of things. Now, during the mid-fight, like, All Might was like, I can't let this happen. Like, you don't care or value human life in and of itself, and I'm going to put you down. I'm done with this. And you're gonna go down, essentially. And he gave him one hard punch straight in the face, put him in the ground, and the dude was sitting there laughing. Then you realize he doesn't have a face. He didn't have a face. And I'm not sure what he's using, what quirk he's using to be able to talk or anything like that. But it's evident that he's got the upper hand on All Might. And all of a sudden, like, he was like, I've heard the same similar thing from somebody else. And I was like, what in the world is he talking about? And then all of a sudden, he brings up the name Nana Shimura, right? I heard the name Shimura before, but I did not put 2 and 2 together. This person was the 7th person that had the power of All For One. I'm sorry, One For All. And so I was like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Now, we've seen this person in the very beginning, every single episode, and I was like, okay, what the heck is really happening here? What happened? You know what I'm saying, to this person? Like, was it that they just expired from their powers? Just don't leave any inclusion of what really happened. Then I put 2 and 2 together. I was like, Tenko Shimura, Nano Shimura, they're freaking related. And at first I was thinking, that's his mom? What? Then I realized, no, it has to be older than that. It has to be like his grandmother or something like that. Based on the age that All Might is at, and based on the time frame, and when that person, this girl or this woman, would have had the powers, that means that is Tomura's grandmother. What the flip, bruh? Like, this man, All For One, is systematically changing the game. He's like, I'm going to cheat this system because I'm going to bring this back into this family, and I'm going to deal with you guys one way, shape, or form either way, because I was like, yo, how could he just do that low blow like that? It was like he systematically picked this kid out of nothing, made him in his own image, said to him, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to give you all the power you want to be able to come up against, even though this is the same person his grandmother gave All Might the power to protect. And it's just like, it's crazy. It's so crazy. I did not see it coming. I didn't catch it the first time. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please don't spoil anything for me because I have not read the manga. But I just thought that this was worth having a spoiler review on. So I'm probably going to look at a couple episodes with my wife. And I'll talk to you guys a bit later on. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, you guys.